What is up, guys? CJ here. Doing a little trade back test, trade review on CRV here. Don't know if I'll kind of use this as my update for today. Normally we don't update on the weekends too much. It's not mandatory. Taking a look at this model, there was really nothing to be done. Entry coming around 6:30 Saturday morning. I unfortunately was not up, not in my absolute locked in schedule just as of yet. But we're gonna take a look at this guy. In no way am I saying we should have taken this, but just for the reps, just for the back test. We are going to take a look at it. The more reps we get, the more repetitions, the better we will become. So we've been following CRV for some time. This level right here, man. Oh man, this level right here. Had it on the chart. This was the level. I was debating limiting ordering something in there. I was waiting to see if we got some sort of model. The limit order was the play. We came up just leaving sell side and absolutely blasted 137%, I want to say. Yeah, 139%. So that out of the way, let's get into this little LTF trade that we got here on CRV. This chart has not been easy. I'm kind of glad I have it. You know, this chart has not been easy. The PA here is definitely not straightforward, but we got these demand levels, and they keep wanting to be front ran. I'm not sure if they are not the best demand levels. We're not going to take a look at them just now. Trust myself on those ones, but from the top down, after that 139% pump, we're having this as our structure. We're getting that breaker structure back to bullish. From there, following our level 2 structure, we have an uptrend. Get a fake break in here. There was a level 3 break to confirm the rotation back up after getting this break right here. So level 2 is kind of looking like this. Now we had a couple level 3s here, or if you want to disregard this, as we already know, this break and order flow is still pointing up with this as the low. We had that level 3 break right here, and then again level 3 break right here that confirmed the rotation back down to this low. So with that context, we're now going to switch our structure to different time frames. Let's get rid of these. So now we're going to switch our structure to different time frames, and what we have here is our structure, the level 1. So structure, yeah, doesn't matter. Putting these on for just, could have skipped some of those. And then now we're having that break. But at the time, we are trending down on the level 1, so we'll make that black. Liquidity above, a pocket of liquidity here for sure. You're having that 1 hour breaker block, and I believe there is some structure supply here, and then also this structure supply mitigated on this time frame. But coming into our lows here, don't really have like too much demand. You're obviously sweeping liquidity on this push down, sweeping this, sweeping this, sweeping this. So we can kind of look at this from a liquidity standpoint, potentially. So having that liquidity sweep, you're having this liquidity sweep, and you're having this liquidity sweep. So sweeping all that, coming down. And so we got to leave the structure since we're looking at just this. This is our structure right here, trending down. And then what do we have in here? Yeah, you just kind of get an SFP. So you're getting that SFP, not a break, to create your range right there on the level 1. SFP, trending down, pull your range from low to high. Get that deviation 1, deviation 2, and then we'll hop into replay mode here. So this is a tough trade to take. By no means am I saying this is an easy trade to take. Just more so showing what CRV is providing. Okay, we got everything. Yeah. Okay. Get rid of that. No sessions because it's the weekend. Right now, you're having this range, deviation 1, deviation 2. Volume profile is a little scattered, but you're having the POC pretty low, and I'm sure some PA will pull down this volume area high. It's pretty light VP here. Yeah. All right. So where are our POIs if we are looking for a model here? Already it's becoming clear that we are going to have our extreme liquidity right here. And this extreme liquidity is resting right by our OG tap 1. So this is a level that we want to see break to confirm a higher probability model. So if we're watching price right here, we're having a decent return to zone. I don't know, maybe you could say that you're having this as some supply, but overall you're having a decent return to zone, nothing crazy though. So if we let price play out here, you're coming down pretty aggressive. And then right there. So you're coming down pretty aggressive. Let's dissect what price is actually doing here. You're definitely having this structure supply right here. My bad on this guy too. Definitely having that structure supply backed by the POC, so you're obviously going to expect a rejection. But what we did get was a super clean, you can see it on the 3 too. Put it on the 3 because it's the highest time frame. It's valid. Super clean breaker structure right here. In that V-shaped price action, quality break. Sweeping our extreme liquidity POI. I forgot to mention, there is a 1 minute pivot point demand that I would have wanted to see get mitigated. That would have made me hesitate very hard. We've seen these extreme liquidity plays because obviously it's not a requirement to do both. Obviously it's better if you do both, but it's only a requirement to take extreme liquidity or extreme demand. So expect to see all variations of that. When we do take that extreme liquidity, we are getting that breaker structure, creating this beautiful pivot point pivot point OBIF right there as our demand, stopping price right there from coming to your stop loss. So you could be looking at this as a potential tap 3 at the time, but knowing that we have this structure supply right here that could just push price right down into this demand. Studying it because we've seen the front runs of these demand POIs, and obviously you have to go to the ones to even find this. Thinking about like XRP, macro model, just taking extreme liquidity, you know, and then getting that break structure as the confirmation. This one was a little tougher because you had a lot of liquidity right here, but you had this definite structure supply that was kind of splitting your RTZ. Your RTZ really just starts from right here, kind of like that. So anything above here, I'm not expecting this thing to do fucking nothing if we got up there. Really not expecting that to do anything. So yeah, you're having that really good break though. That's the only thing you can kind of go off of. And we can maybe re-pull our volume profile now at the time of entry, see if that has changed. And it has a little bit. But you're breaking above the POC. That's definitely something to know. You're breaking above the POC with this break. So you're not just breaking inside this volume area low, you're also breaking aggressively above the POC, which can confirm a rotation up to the volume area high. And if we are hitting that volume area high, I'm expecting this model to work. Another thing to note, again, why it was very tough to take this model, the time duration. Here we go, we're confirming at 7 hours, 50 minutes. So not quite that daily time frame that we're looking for. So that's another thing to note. Very tricky trade here for sure with the front run of demand. The only thing that you're having going for you is breaking above the POC, which is rare, and having that super aggressive break structure. Definitely buyers coming in. You could probably see. You're not even seeing a volume spike though on there. I'm trying to read volume a little bit better. You're not seeing a volume spike too heavily at all on that break, so no confluence there. Again, aiding to why we would probably not take this trade. From there, we'll let price play out. You're just absolutely disrespecting that supply. So I'm thinking sometimes you have those supplies that just push price down into the POI. Lars talks about that a lot. You get that pop up on distributions, and this seems to be one of those pop downs to just sweep the liquidity, aggressive break, and then you're just disrespecting that opposing POI that you were maybe like hesitating on. What we can see here though, if we absolutely did want to enter, you're getting that immediate pullback right into this structure demand that we created. So not only do we have our structure demand backing us, our demand OBIF backing us up, but we also have this structure demand because we broke structure so aggressively V-shaped. And now let's see if we have any level 2 structure. You would have to enter all the way up here for level 2, I guess, if you're coming on to this time frame. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough once you get to here. So there's some sort of volume spike right here. Actually, it's only showing up. So some volume coming in to push price up after. But you're coming in, and this would have had to be one where you're just ordering, either limit ordering or just market ordering right as soon as we back test this break right here. So as soon as price taps into the break, boom, stop below the low, targeting the high. Now, when we're taking trades on Saturday, you can definitely expect some rangier PA, but I've been seeing these plays play out, and we can look at one that did play out, which was very similar to this one, although it was an EHP, and it also front ran the extreme of the extreme. So we'll let this trade play out. Boom. You get that retest, absolute buyers stepping in, and you're blasting up, taking this high. Having a full retrace back down though, maybe to scare some people out of their positions. Speed it up a little bit here. I don't like it to go too fast. I like to really see and think about what I would be thinking in the moment if I was seeing the PA. And you can see the Saturday PA just taking its time, maybe making you think about your play. You've been risking of coming down, but when it's coming down like this, you can maybe be like, how's this extra manipulation when you're leaving that much buy side? And then this is where we can really just observe price, how it moves, you know, it just creates that buy side, takes it, gets and then just sells off, and you can be thinking, oh, like, is this model going to be working? And then boom, as soon as you maybe doubt it, boom, right there, just absolutely blasting up right there to hit your technical target and realize you 4.18 RR. But we know that there is no supply until much higher here. So if we were extending even, and we're at extreme discount, like if we're coming back out to the bigger range here, and we're looking at our quadrants, like this is taking place in extreme discount right here, EQ, extreme discount right here. So you could arguably have a rotation back up even to these supply levels, to leave a runner to maybe even hedge, and you know you have this pocket of liquidity right here. So maybe price wants to break into this and maybe create something in here. You know, it's been tough. Maybe creating something higher time frame, hopefully. But this is the live PA right here, and see how you're blasting it all the way to this supply. It's a front run so far, but that will conclude this backtest trade review on CRV. It was definitely a more advanced entry, definitely more of a profit buffer entry than a super high probability, but again, just gives us the chance to watch PA, you know, kind of understand how the market moves a lot. That's why I've really been enjoying the CRV study that I've been on. And yeah, here's just showcasing a low time frame accumulation that I got. Peace, boys.